Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, coming at you from Madison Square Park in New York City, the site of the annual Big Apple Barbecue Block Party, a celebration that draws some of the best pitmasters in the entire country for a barbecue showcase unlike any other. Today, we're gonna get a crash course in the regional styles, and leading the charge for us is Matt Abdu, one of the most celebrated meat maestros in New York City and the owner of Pig Beach, Brooklyn. The weather is beautiful, the smell is incredible. Let's go mix it up. So we stumbled across Matt on Madison Avenue, and it's so crazy here. There's so much going on. Can you give us our plan of attack?
Our plan of attack is to eat, to embrace, to see these iconic barbecue legends. I mean, we got Chris Lilly, we got John Wheeler, we got Billy Durney. These people are barbecue royalty. They are the best in the country at what they do, and it's just really exciting to have them all here in New York City for the weekend.
All right, well, I'm ready to eat. You ready to get it started?
My man, let's get it done.
Let's go, man. We're starting with Big John Wheeler. Now, John, your reputation precedes you a little bit because I understand that if you're talking ribs, you gotta talk to John.
First off, this is not John Wheeler. This is Lord Wheeler.
Shit, don't do that.
Massive champion in Memphis, and when we go to people to learn, he's our first phone call.
What makes the Memphis Barbecue Company ribs special?
What makes it special is our time temps, our dry rubs, our preparation. We start with the honey mustard glaze. We put a dry rub on there. We smoke them for about 4.5 hours. We take them out, put them in a cooler and let them rest. And then we come out, put them right on the open face grill, roll with it, and then just look at the smiles on the faces.
And you know, there's so many different kinds of ribs. What's a Memphis rib?
Baby back rib, that's the rib in Memphis. You go to Kansas City, they got the spares or the St. Louis cut. Texas have the beef ribs. Ever heard the saying about eating high on the hog? Well, it's the highest point of the hog, right on top. So that's the best rib there is.
People always say with ribs that it should fall off the bone. Is that true or
Fall
not
off
true?
the bone is overdone. You should have a little tug and come clean, just like that.
Boom.
Boom. Look at the smoke in that rib, the smoke ring, the pinkness. Isn't that beautiful? Little tug and come right off the bone.
So tender, very sweet in the sauce.
And moist. They got that tacky outside, that glaze. Like, these are not overcooked, these are not dried.
The ribs, delicious. We have some more stops to go, but John, thank you very much.
You bet.
Well, you can't talk about regional barbecue without talking about Texas, and you can't talk about Texas barbecue without talking about brisket.
Absolutely. We have Shane Griffith here from Salt Lake out of Texas, doing it better than anybody else here at the Big Apple Block Party.
Brisket is such a staple of Texas barbecue. I imagine that it's a pretty crowded and competitive marketplace. How do you guys stand out?
Well, we use our own dry rubs, 33 different ingredients in it, and you cook it with all the fat on. So all the moisture and all the flavor goes into the brisket. The brisket's cut in two different pieces. The top part, we call it the deckle. It's more of a marble cut of meat. The leaner cut is the loin, which I say 90% of people like.
What's your preference, Shane? Which one do you
I like the
better?
loin. I like the loin. I like the burnt part of the loin. It's the best part of the
And
meat.
burnt ends, that's another big topic to talk about brisket,
Burnt ends
right?
are huge. It's got the most flavor profile out of the whole part of the brisket.
Look at the bark on this brisket. You see that nice, rich, deep, dark color. And look at this too, guys. You see this incredible smoke ring happening on the outside, that natural pink hue that occurs from the smoke and the reaction of the meat. And you pull it apart, look at that. Oh.
It melts in your mouth. Delicious.
Sean, Big Apple Block Party does not exist without our good friend Chris Lilly. 5-time grand champion Memphis in May, 10 times first place shoulder Memphis in May. I mean, this guy is a legend.
This is our 15th year at the Big Apple Barbecue Block Party. 15 pit masters representing 9 different states, and me representing the great state of Alabama.
Alabama, baby.
And let's talk about Alabama because, you know, you're a pulled pork legend. And when it comes to pulled pork, you hear about the Carolinas a lot. Can you talk about the differences?
Sure, in Carolina, starting from the East Coast, you get into your whole hogs. Big Bob Gibson Barbecue started in 1925, and he was cooking whole pork shoulders. Our pork is as good as it's going to get right off the pit.
Why does your pork win so often? What do you think's different about it?
It's directly over our fire of Kingsford charcoal and hickory wood. So all night, the pork is dripping and basting on it. And it's also, the fat is rendering and dropping down into the coals. And you get a charred moisture that gives us a little elevated flavor.
right, well, I'm ready to try some award-winning pork.
Let's do it. We've got a little sample here. Take a look at that right there.
Oh my God. There's nobody better in the business. Chris Lilly, pork shoulder. Thanks for having us, brother. It's great.
Cheers, absolutely.
Sean, I want to introduce you to my very good friend, barbecue brother, Billy
Nice to meet
Durney.
you, brother.
He has some of the best barbecue in all of this great city.
You know, it's interesting to kind of end up here because we've met people from Tennessee and Texas and North Carolina and Alabama. Can you talk about New York's barbecue culture, its emerging place in this whole puzzle?
Some of my best friends are here today. Pat Martin from Nashville, Sam Jones from Ada, North Carolina. Those guys are kind of bound by tradition. And their tradition are to be cooking whole hogs, be cooking beef ribs or brisket. And the beauty for Matt and I is that we have no rules here.
Where do you guys draw inspiration?
For me, it was falling in love with Texas barbecue and then just, you know, kind of bringing my street kid from Brooklyn mentality to it. We're putting a multi-ethnic spin on it. Jamaican, West Indian, Vietnamese, Korean, Italian, Jewish, and I pull from all those things.
What does it mean to cook good barbecue?
First of all, I think you gotta cook on a clean fire and you gotta source the best products. For me, I think people should use their local butchers more.
Barbecue takes a lot of time, and you really have to have that focus to be with a cook. I mean, brisket, beef ribs, I mean, those
16
are
hours.
16-hour cooks, and if you don't have that sort of time commitment or that love commitment, you know, the barbecue's gonna get away from you. So wood, love, and focus would probably be some of the greatest things for me of cooking good barbecue would take.
Amazing.
Thanks, Sean. I appreciate
Really
meeting
nice.
you, man.
Appreciate the conversation.
Yeah,
Sean, it's a pleasure hanging out with you today, buddy.
Such a good day, man.
Thank you. Thank you. We had a blast.
It's a festival of smoke! Are we live?
Yes!
Are we live?
Sure!